Oh, what up, all my poker bro and broettes? Hello, my 6.5 million awakening wonders. I mean, my 11 friend, co-worker, family members. It's your boy, not coming at you as Bangarang, but coming at you as Deadbeat Joe, or something around that. Lifeless Joe, I think I want to go with. Yeah. Howdy, folks. It's Lifeless Joe. Joe Bummin over here. Sometimes you question your existence. Sometimes you question what the hell you're even doing with your life. And if you're even any good at what you do. And hate to say, this is one of those moments, you know? Everyone's like, oh hell, he's out of the tournament. No, worse. I'm playing like a goddamn motherfucking vagina. Alright? The big triangle is coming up in the air over my head. Alright? It's a cross between the L for the loser and then the other triangle for the pussy. Because I'm playing like a lifeless loser / pussy. That's what's going on right now. And, it really kind of just a hand breakdown it into actual physical formulated storyboard words. God, I feel like, I think it's a combination of playing too high of a buy-in, okay, and playing tired. I'm breaking cardinal sins number 54 and 138. It's just two big no-nos that should traditionally be avoided. But knowing that, I just, and you know what, it all comes down to like two mistakes, but two mistakes too many. And the first one I could almost talk my way out of, but the second one I just feel like is pretty unacceptable, so it kind of hurts to even have to bring it up, but cardinal sin number 199 is going to be to lie to the people you share with, which is, gust of wind to reveal my real secrets, which is have an amazing hair day. All right, my poker game is as good as my hair, then yeah, we are in trouble, team. Let's get down to it, okay? I finally pick up pocket queens. Make sure no one's listening to me. They're gonna be like, oh my god. The guy next to me doesn't even want to talk to me anymore because he's like, man, this guy is just a dead Joe. Just a dead Joe that's not gonna be here much longer. Dead Joe. Dead Joe, it was nice playing with you, Dead Joe. Actually, nothing's gonna be said when I leave because I'm just a ghost. I'm like not even there. I'm just like dead money that already died before I even started. And I feel like the only thing that I can really say at this point that like I could pat myself on the back, which is just like I still see people in line like 4 hours later. So I showed up on time, which is like pretty big. It's pretty big for me, So anyways, let's get down to it. Let's get down to business. I pick up pocket queens. Finally, pocket queens, best hand I've seen. Third premium on the list. Guy under the gun with a big stack goes 2,200. I re-raise to $5,000. Blinds at that point, 488. His 22 under the gun. I don't know. I put him on ace X, ace jack, ace 10 suited. I don't know. I mean, there's always a possibility of ace queen, ace king. Maybe he even had something like 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks. If he didn't have aces or kings, he would have re-raised pre-flop. He would have put in that third or fourth bet on me. So we go to the streets. Thanks. Flop comes out, blank, blank, ace. My favorite, you know? Nothing better than when you have aces, or excuse me, queens or kings, and you're looking at an ace on the board. So he checks to me, which he could easily do with an ace, thinking that I have the bigger one, you know? So standard check on his point, and at my point, I'm thinking check or bet are my options, and neither of them look good. If I bet and he calls, okay, well, I still have 2 more streets to go through, and if I give up on the turn, it's not going to look good for me, which obviously I'm not going to put in a second bet. If he calls, it's going to be a tough situation. So I check back, turns a brick, and he bets out 3,500. And honestly, looking back, he could have done this with, I was thinking like an ace, but he easily could have been doing this with air, or even any middle pair, you know, for second pair or something, you know. If for some reason it was like a 10 on the turn, he easily could have maybe just hit that pair and continued right there, thinking he was ahead, because I'm showing complete lack of interest at this point, you know. So what do I do? What does Deadbeat Joe do? Deadbeat Joe folds to the 3,500. Looking back, what should I have done? I don't know, doubled it. Fuck you. You're in my pot. Do I want to get some food? Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at food. I'm getting, we're going to have to come back to this, because otherwise we're going to be staring at a menu for the next 10, 15 minutes. Four hours deep, part 2, B, continued. I fold queens. And obviously I could have at least like put, oh yeah, the plate's fine. Sweet, perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for your help. Cool, you too. Anyway, so yeah, why not put an information bet out there and say, hey, you know, I'm not Deadbeat Joe, I'm Bangarang, baby, and I do have an awesome hand. You may have an ace, but you may not. You know, you easily could have something else, and God help me, you know, because I got to make a move. You know, like, to just give up that pot is like so sad. It should be. Let's get rid of these cups. Do I have a cup for water? I don't actually want the water, I just want the cup, you know? But I feel like if I just ask for the cup, who knows what happens. I kind of want some more avocado toast, but at $12 or $13 a pop for a single slice, I thought, hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Got a jet, yo. Put an informational bet out there. Seriously. He makes it 3,500 on the turn. Make it 7. Make it 7 and have him, what? He's either going to fold, he's going to call, or he's going to raise. Think about how much information we get from that right there alone. You know? And here's the nice thing. Is he easily could check the river now that I've shown strength, right? So whether he has an ace okay, or not, there's a good chance that he checks the river, fearing that I either have him outkicked or I have something even stronger. So unless he has like you know, a nutted hand, like he just like banged it out like real hard, which it really didn't seem like that. You know what I mean? So now all of a sudden I can go to Showdown for the price of 7K and maybe my queens are good. Maybe he had pocket 8s, 9s, 10s. You know what I mean? Fucking jacks. Yeah, all this is a possibility. So I completely throw out that possibility for 7Gs. Remember, you start off with 50 grand, but you know what's in the pot already. Well, I re-raised the 5, he called the 5, plus we have the dead money and the antes. We have almost 15K in there. He's making it 35, right? So, I mean, right now I'm getting almost like, what, 4 to 1 on a call? I mean, play with a little life. It only cost me 7 grand to find out if I have the best hand or if it's hold. His perception in the hands that he was showing down was like non-stop winners. And you know, when you see someone just like win, you're just like, shit, dude, this guy has it like every time. But then later I see that the guy, you know, thank you, made this kind of buy bet on the river on a king high board, and and he tried to buy it for 4. Thank you. Thank you. Kibble's first time downstairs. But me, my legs work, baby. Yeah, I can run down these. Woo! We only got a 40-minute break. I don't know, I'm gonna try out a couple eggs. Not like I need them. It's almost embarrassing, like showing up like, oh, I'm gonna eat some food, like I'm gonna last a while. Psych. So he tried to make a buy with like bottom pair, like 7-3 or something, on the river. 2 guys called him like king 10 that hit, and that was it. So the guy obviously has some moxie in him. He has some spontaneity. He's got a move or two. He's willing to make a move. Now it gets even worse. You know, I'm rambling on this one if it's not bad enough, but I pick up king queen suited, like second to act, diamonds, and blinds are 6 and 12. I make it 24. And I don't love king queen, although this is king queen suited. It's a pretty sexy hand. You got 2 solid, you got the royal couple to the royal flush draw, okay? And you know, I don't like my position. So technically I probably shouldn't have been in the hand, but after you don't see anything for a while, king queen suited looks really good. And if anything, I'm not a caller, I'm gonna at least put it in for a little value pot raise, which I did. And that same dude says make it 5,000. And one guy in between us calls, and now it's back to me. What does Deadbeat Joe do? Anyone? Comment below. I'll hold the timer running. What does Deadbeat Joe do? I bet you guys can all guess it. Well, let's do some math real quick. All right. Let's see how embarrassing or how bad this is. He makes it 5, plus there's 5, plus there's mine. We're at 12.5, plus the dead money, which is another 12.5, or 2.5, excuse me. We're looking at 15 grand in the pot, and it's 2,600 for me to call. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. What? 6 to 1 on my 6 to 1 on a call. 6 to 1 I'm getting. A measly 2,600 more chips for me to call. Well, this sucks. I thought I've been talking for the last like 10 minutes. I was crying about that king pocket queens hand for a while, about how I should make it a 3-bet, or I should have doubled him to 7 grand to get some information. And you know, what's the worst that happens? You know, either folds, he calls, or he raises, and all of that I get for the price of a double bet. And then guess what? Most of the time, if he doesn't have complete premium, he's going to check to me on the river thinking I got it, or I got him out kicked, even if he has an ace, if I didn't already say this already. And then I can check down for showdown and see what he has. You know, I could risk the $7,000 to find out exactly where I'm at and get my hand to showdown. I still have premium cards, you know. More importantly, I started talking about this king queen suited. You know, I pick up king queen suited like second act, and I double it to like 2,400 on 6, 12, 12, and it folds around to the same guy. And what does he do? He says make it 5, and the guy in between us calls and it's back on me. What does deadbeat Joe do? What does deadbeat Joe do? Comment below. I'll give you 10 seconds to figure it out. But let's do some math in the meanwhile, okay? Let's see here. He made it 5. The guy has 5 in. I have 2.5. There's 2.5 out there. There's 15 out there. It's 2,600 for me to call. I'm literally getting 6 to 1 on my money. What does Lifeless Joe do? Lifeless Joe folds. Folds for 2,600. For 6 to 1 on my money. I have the royal couple. I have a draw to the royal flush. I got king queen suited. All right, like, and I saw this guy like make a bet on the river with like a 7-3, which was like bottom pair on a king high on a king hit, and he got called on 2 ways and he showed it. Like, he obviously has some moxie. He's got some, like, you know, spontaneity. He's got some moves to him, and he has a big stack. Him making it 5K is really not a threat. It's kind of saying, hey, I got like a suited connector, you know, or whatever. It really doesn't matter what he has. Maybe, you know, he has aces. Maybe he could have kings or queens. But I think he would make it a little bit more, you know? I think he has more of like a suited connector, ace king, ace queen maybe, something like that. Sure enough, 6 to 1, I fold. And the other guy, obviously in, we get to see it, what comes out. I don't know. How about excuse me. King, queen, 9. 2 spades? King, queen, 9. Okay. I flop top 2, but I'm not in the hand. I flop nothing because I'm deadless Joe, okay? Rufio or anyone else with any sort of just oomph to them calls, they're in the hand, they flop top 2, and guess what? This guy bet 7,500, okay? I mean, technically, if he has kings, if he has queens, he's got me beat. But guess what? I have blockers for both those hands. If he has 10 jack suited, okay, he flops the nuts. Otherwise, I can beat aces. I can beat ace king. I can beat ace queen. I can beat king jack suited, king 10 suited. All right, there's more hands that I can beat than I can't beat. All right, and my heart sunk to the floor, along with my whole like tournament life. I'm just sitting there thinking, what the hell are you doing? You just flopped top 2. You just doubled it. This guy doubled you, and you're gonna fold? Like, what a bitch move. And then your bitch move punishment is flopping top 2. I don't even care what he has, at least at this point. When he makes it 7,500, daddy's all in. I'm all in, baby doll. Whether I'm ahead or I lose, like, I'm good with putting my money in there. And there's a really good chance that A, I get action, and B, my hand holds up. I have the best hand and it holds. Maybe I haven't dominated. Maybe I have to dodge a few cards, but either way, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. So, not to go on and on and on and on, but yeah, those were the 2 key spots, you know? I had an ace-5 that could have won a big hand, but it's hard to call a raise. It's hard to call a re-raise, you know, when that happens. So, you know, I'm not mad that I folded. I folded 3s, nothing hit. Did I pick up anything else? I picked up like an ace-9, which would have sucked out over like an ace-king and like a pair of 3s. But I'm not going to get involved with that, like early position. You know, we're playing like 10-handed poker most of the time. It's like 10-handed, which is crazy. 9-handed is like harsh enough, you know? So it's somewhat hard to just get in there. Although, there are some spots here and there, but you got to imagine someone's going to put in a bet or a 3 or 4 bet, every round, Do you have enough to defend or to attack with that, I did with that king-queen suited. Anyway, so guess what? Blinds are huge. We're at 1-2-2, $5,000 a round, and I'm sitting there with probably somewhere between 25 and 30 grand, which is barely alive. I have an M of like 5, which is less than that because I can't go down to less than that. Are we not? How do we get in here? Are we not allowed in here yet? I feel like. Oh wait, okay. So at least I'm not late. That's good. Well, anyway, so yeah, I'm down to 25-30, which is an M of like 5. We all know I can't go down to like an M of like 2. I'm in the red zone. That's it. I'm in the dead zone. So, anyways, I'm gonna have to pay 5, and then I pay 5 again. I'm down to 15. I really don't want to pay 5 after. I got what? 20 hands? I can maybe push it to like 30 hands before I have to make a move. So, it is what it is. And I got a few minutes to eat these eggs and sit down and find out what my fate is. But, learning lesson for next time. We'll just chalk it up for that. Peace out, Girl Scouts.